Good day all, Michael here from Sigify. We're just going to do a quick overview of our Smoktech Oceanic starter kit. It's a variable voltage kit and it is the pick of our beginner kits. We do recommend this one over our CE4 kit. It is a little dearer but well worth the investment in our opinion. It's a much better kit, much newer, much more robustly built, should last you a lot longer, and performance is a big step up from the CE4 kit. So let's go over what you get. So like with all our beginner kits, you will get 2 bottles of liquid. You'll get, if you don't ask for anything different, you will just get something from our tobacco range. You do get a choice if you'd like something different. You can choose anything from our tobacco range or fruit and beverage range. You can't opt for anything out of the Tasty Vapor range or the Custom J range because they are a bit more expensive than the standard range. But there's plenty to choose from in them 2 standard ranges, so if you want something different, just leave a note in the checkout, and if we've got it, we will supply it. So that's the liquid. Let's have a look what you get in the kit. Comes nicely packaged. Obviously it is a twin kit, so you do get 2 complete units. This is your battery and this is your clearomizer or tank, the part you put the juice in. Screws together like so to make a complete unit. Now these batteries are 900 mAh. We used to do a 650 mAh variable voltage kit, but one of the biggest complaints we had, although it was quite well received, that kit, but one of the cons was on the battery life. So we have upgraded to the 900 mAh batteries to get that bit of extra life out of them. That's life between charges, so it will last a bit longer. Now the battery, battery will come in the off position, so when you press the button nothing happens there. Turn the battery on, 5 quick clicks, and the light will flash, and then when you press the button it is on. Turn it off the same way, 5 quick clicks and it's off. That's just a safety feature. Most people just do leave them on, but if you're carrying them around in your pocket and you don't want to activate them, you can switch them off. Or maybe if you've got kids around at home, so if you're sitting on the bench, you can switch it off so they can't grab it and have a puff on it, or for any other reason. But it does have that feature. It is variable voltage. You spin the bottom of the dial here, see there it has an arrow pointing to some numbers here. It goes down as low as 3.2 volts, and you can amp the power right up to a maximum of 4.8 volts. Now what that does is the more power you put through it, the more vapor it will produce. The less power, less vapor. More power, the shorter life between charges of your battery as well. Less power, your battery will last longer. But the idea of it is so you can find your perfect spot for how you like it. So that's what all that's about. And generally more power is a more satisfying experience. Now we'll just go through. We'll do the clearomizer first. So these are your clearomizers or your tanks, and they are bottom fill. I'm going to fill one up for you, but I won't use one out of that kit. I'll grab one new one here. Everything in these kits is for sale separately, so if you want to grab extra for spares, or you lose one or something happens and you break it, you can buy everything in the kit is for sale separately. So this is your clearomiser, and to fill them, you unscrew them at the bottom here. And if you look down the centre there, there's a hole in the centre, that is your airflow hole. You do not put liquid down that centre hole. You fill these by putting liquid around the outside of that hole, and it's got the viewing window so you'll see the liquid as it's going up. Before I fill it, I'll just go over the coil section. These have a replaceable coil, which is that part there which just unscrews. Now that is where all the action, all the heating happens in your device. These will need to be replaced every 2 or 3 weeks. So we do recommend, if you're buying this kit, to pick yourself up a 5-pack of coils. They're sold in 5-packs. They're $9.95, I believe. Yeah, so grab yourself a pack of them. There's a link in just above this video to the correct coil. So well worth getting, because they do need replacing. If you're a heavy vapor, you're probably only going to get 2 weeks out of them. If you're not so heavy, you might get 3-4 weeks. But eventually they will need replacing. Either the flavour will go off, might start leaking, which is a sure sign that they need replacing. So let's fill one up. So you'll get your juice bottle and you just hold it at an angle with your eye on that viewing window. It's going to be a bit hard for me to show you it in camera, but basically you just hold it at a 45 and slowly fill it up. You'll see the juice coming up the viewing window, and when it gets up to somewhere near the top of that centre post is when you'll stop, because we don't want to go on over that centre post, because then it's just going to leak into your airway there. We don't want liquid getting in there. Then you just screw the bottom back on. Make sure it's done up tight, but just finger tight. Doesn't need to be over tight, and they only go up so far, and that's it. And when you first fill one of these up, or you put a new coil in, once you've filled it, just leave it sitting upright for just 2 or 3 minutes, just to let the liquid soak into that coil. If you fire it up straight away on your battery, you take the risk of burning your wick in that coil, because if you burn it dry, it just does ruin the coil. So just leave it sitting for 5 minutes and it'll be good to go. While that's sitting, we'll have a look what else you get in here. You get a manual in there, which tells you just what I've just showed you then, all about it. It's not a highly detailed manual, but it is a manual. Normally you'd get a wall adapter in here. That's for the European and USA wall plugs. Obviously they won't work on ours, so you'll get one of these. It doesn't fit in that box, so it's just supplied separately, but we do send one with the kit. And you get your USB charger in this box. Now I'll show you how to charge the batteries. Get that out. So you can use your wall plug and this little gadget here. That plugs into your wall plug. You can plug this into a computer, phone charger, anything that's got a USB plug you can use to charge these. So that in goes into there, into your wall. This does have a light on it, disregard it. The main light to take notice of is this one here on the USB charger. And all you do is you screw your battery into there. When it's flat, you'll know when it's flat. The battery light on here will just flash and nothing will happen. So you'll know your battery's flat. When you screw this onto here, this light here will turn solid red. That's how you know that it's charging. When it's fully charged, that light will go solid green. About 2 to 3 hours to recharge it. These batteries you should get, look, it's how long is a bit of string, because it really depends on use, but anywhere from 6 to 10 to even longer if you're not a heavy user. So yeah, 6 to 10 hours. That's why there is 2 in the kit, so you can have one ready to go while the other one's being charged. So that's pretty much all there is to the kit. Obviously this screws onto here, and this one's ready to go now. These really work well. We tested these for a couple of months before we brought them in, and we found them to be very easy, simple to use, really good quality, well-made product. We'll give this a bit of a puff so you can see how much vapour it produces. Here we go. It produces really good vapour, really satisfying experience. I'm having another go. Really is an excellent kit. Like I said, we do recommend this one over our base kit. It is a little bit dearer, but if you can stretch it, you'll enjoy this one much more than the other cheaper kit. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully I've covered everything there. If you're not sure of anything, give us a call. Either the numbers on top of the website there. We're always happy to help you out with anything. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.